What's going on, everybody? This is Twigger with a League of Legends match. This is actually going to be my first commentary match of a high ELO game. As you guys can see, I'm going to be focusing on Chaox here, but as you guys can actually see, there's quite a few people in this high ELO game. As we can see, Crs Saintvicious is over on Chaox's team. We also got Crs and Crs Westrice as well. Some big names in League of Legends history are in this game right now, so I figured I had to cast it. It was only a couple minutes in. As we can see, I haven't missed first blood or anything like that, so this is my first commentated game, so I'm not sure if I'm going to want the directed camera on or not. I'm going to turn the directed camera on just to kind of help me with my first round, and we'll kind of see how it goes and see how it plays out, and if it's good or bad, and you guys can kind of give me feedback as to what you want to see. So let's just press play here and see how this all is going. I'm going to be focusing the majority of my game on Chaox because he's one of my favorite players, and it's actually strange to be seeing him on a top lane champion such as Hecarim. And look at this, as we can see, he's coming in for the attack onto Twisted Fate, and that's going to be first blood, I'm assuming. Yep, there we go. So a very nice attack there by Zyra, just cleaning up that kill. So as I was saying before, it's very weird to be seeing Chaox on a top lane champion such as Hecarim. He is known as, he is TSM's AD carry. For those of you who don't know who Chaox is, very high ELO, very good team, one of the best North American teams around, arguably one of the best right now, but I'm not going to get into a whole opinion based on that between TSM and CLG and Dignitas and all that jazz. I do love his AD carry play, but it's going to be interesting watching him play a solo top lane because, as we all know, Team Solo Mid's top laner is Dyrus. So interesting seeing him up here. We have Westrice on Vladimir. Westrice is a very good top laner. I have seen quite a few games on his live stream with him playing top lane. He's a very strong player. And as we all know, Cop as well. Down here on Ezreal, Cop is the AD carry for Team Crs. Normally he's going to be with Elements, but right now he's with Slacko, apparently. Sorry, I just saw Random getting low health. He was just up there taking his golems. But as we can see, it seems to be a pretty even matchup so far, but there's already almost a 1,000 gold difference between them. Take a quick look just to look at CS here. So Chaox sitting down here with 23 CS to 24 from the Vladimir, so really not a big difference there. Ezreal Cop is doing 28 CS to Corki's 34, so Cop getting a little bit outplayed there, just for now. Look at this, another advance onto Twisted Fate. So thank God he was chugging that potion, because that would have just about done it. So Zyra's Ignite is now down, and you know what, I do not like this camera. That is just going to get annoying. It's just going to be jumping from place to place. So I think I'm just going to use my my mini-map to kind of show what's going on. So as we can see, Nautilus is just pretty standard jungling here. I don't really know how much invading has been going on so far. I saw that Skarner was up in Nautilus's jungle just for a little bit, but it doesn't seem as though he got anything, considering that Nautilus did just pick up his red. Just looking at the CS again, they didn't get to mid lane. Zyra's at 36 to TF's 22, so an obvious little difference there. And Zyra favoring that Chalice of Harmony. I've only played Zyra once or twice. I did kind of realize that she was fairly mana intensive, especially at the beginning, especially with not having that first blue buff. When she gets blue buff, she starts becoming much stronger, but I can understand having someone that's, I would say, a little bit more mana dependent as a jungler. As Skarner, he really benefits from having blue buff in the early game. Going for that Chalice of Harmony and maybe turning it into the Athene's Grail. Getting that extra magic resist there. So I'm very excited to see Saintvicious again. He recently made the transfer from CLG NA to Crs Gaming. So I'm very excited to see him and how he's doing his role for Crs. He's a very good jungler. I would argue one of the best in North America, up there with someone like the Odd One. Haven't seen a whole lot of his Skarner play. I would assume it's good because Skarner's just such a strong jungler as long as you have a good jungler playing him. So it will be interesting to see. It looks like their blue buff did just come up, so he's probably going to hand this off to Devour. Yep, looking like that's going to be the case. Chaox doing a little bit of work here on Westrice, but the thing about Vladimir, I have not seen the matchup Hecarim against Vladimir, especially at high ELO play. I don't really know how this is going to pan out, but we do have a gank coming in here. Hopefully Saintvicious can make something happen. There goes the pool, so there's no more defense anymore, but here comes TF. Gets that gold card off. Some nice damage coming out. Vlad coming back in. And now they're a little bit on the run. But, you know, pretty unsuccessful double gank, I've got to be honest. The original gank from Skarner wasn't all that effective. Westrice just troll pools away and runs away. And then TF, who happened to be level 6, comes down and really doesn't do anything with it. I'm very scared for Chaox here. Vladimir is known for his diving ability. All he has to do is jump in there. The moment he takes tower aggro, he's just going to pool away and be laughing his ass off. So Chaox is going to need to be very careful. As you can see, he's being right now. So smart move on Chaox's play, not sticking around. So there's the Ezreal ultimate. Just trying to clear those waves again. I think... Oh no, you know what? He did actually go back fairly recently, it looks like. I guess Cobb just kind of wants to clear this lane. Could be that they wanted to get some dragon control, but no, you know what? I have no idea why he cast his ult there. Maybe just get some free damage in case he wants to all of a sudden go aggressive, or maybe Lulu had a ward to clear up there. Lulu could clear wards if she had a pink, but she doesn't, so not quite sure. But 70 CS for Cop to Corki's 80, so Corki is still in the lead with those CS. Really good to see. Ezreal does thrive off of that CS. He needs to get quite a bit in that early game. Oh, here we go. So there's the Nautilus ultimate. There's the hook. Doing some big damage. Corki is tearing them apart, but there's the kill on Soraka. And Corki has the Valkyrie away. Yeah, he was not going to be able to sustain all three of those people attacking him. So good kill on their part. Good move on Nautilus doing the leading with the ultimate. I see a lot of Nautilus players, me included, on my Nautilus video, sometimes not leading in with the ultimate, and then it makes that hook much more difficult to land. So leading off with that ultimate, making sure that that person is stunned for your Q. Then as you can see, landed that simple Q, brought them back, land the first auto attack to keep them in place, and that damage is just... When you lock somebody down against an Ezreal, the amount of damage he can pop out on a stationary target, unparalleled in this game. So, oh boy, I did miss a kill down there, so you know what, I'm just going to rewind that just a quick second here. So what happened here? So Skarner came up, I'm assuming he's probably going to ult him, and then Zyra's just going to, yep, so there's the flash. Zyra missed the root, but her ultimate is going to pick him up. Yep, there we go. So, good kill on their part. Would have been nice if she had just landed the snare. He could have possibly gotten away if, you know what, he did have his flash up, so I'm kind of surprised he didn't stun flash, but, you know, it's kind of hard to escape the Skarner. But here comes some damage here. The Skarner does not have his ultimate, so there's the pool doing a lot of damage to the Saintvicious. And you know what, he's going to walk away. Unbelievable. It would have been really bad if he had lost that Oracles this early in the game, only 10 minutes in, and with the first Oracles, if you lose that, that's going to be a big problem. But as we can see, since there were 3 members of the blue team up top, they're actually going to go for a 2-man dragon. Ezreal's going to stay down here and kind of continue farming. TF's popped his ultimate, I'm assuming, to get down here to help him out. And the purple team is probably going to pick up this dragon with 0 contention. So... a nice little pickup. As we can see, this gold is going to kind of come back. See, as you can see, even though they're down 3-1, and the gold lead actually just kind of went right back into their favor, just from picking up that dragon. So very good play on purple team's part, seeing that there were 3 enemies up top, and being able to capitalize on that and punish the blue team by stealing that dragon. I don't even know. Yeah, they do have it warded, so they are going to know the timing, so the timing isn't an issue for blue team. It is just that the additional gold that the purple team has just picked up. So we're seeing some action bottom, just some standard poking going on. The thing about having a Corki versus an Ezreal, they are two of the most pokey AD champions in the game. They're going to be constantly spamming out abilities, constantly hurting one another. And you've got the only difference really in this lane is that Lulu has the shield similar to kind of Janna, in which she can prevent damage from happening onto Ezreal, but if the damage does happen, they have absolutely no sustain. So, and in the other team, in the blue side, having Soraka, Corki can take as much damage as he wants because Soraka is going to be able to heal him back up. So very different playstyles that Corki can get hit, but Ezreal can't. As you can see, that one ultimate hit did just that bit of damage that Lulu couldn't shield, so she got that shield off, so he didn't take any damage, but every time she messes that up, Ezreal's going to be taken down further and further and further until the blue team's going to be able to engage. But as we can see, Nautilus is coming up in here. Corki's going to Valkyrie away, but that ultimate is going to hit, and oh, beautiful flash by Corki, avoiding that. Saintvicious coming in here just to do a little bit of damage onto Westrice. He's actually doing a surprising amount of damage to Westrice. I wasn't actually expecting him to do that much, but oh, he's actually fancying his chances here. Saintvicious really thinks that he can take out Westrice, which, from seeing the damage, he's not doing a horrible job at. This is going to be a very close fight. There was the flash by Westrice, and Saintvicious actually took him out. That was... See, that is where the knowledge of this game comes into play. Saintvicious knows how much he can do with Skarner. To take on a solo lane Vladimir like that, who is decently farmed, who does have good gear, and to actually be able to take him down for pretty much full health. So that was, and Vlad did not use his Ignite, so I don't even think that Westrice actually thought that Skarner was going to do that much damage to him, because he didn't even bother to use the Ignite. He had to waste the flash. So, man, good on Saintvicious for keeping that persistent and popping the ultimate when he knew that there was at least something there. Worst case scenario was at least going to pop him and push him out of lane, giving Chaox more of an advantage. But as we can see, Chaox is having a little bit of clash in the jungle with Random. I don't know why Random is staying in for so long. Oh dear God, that was a dumb move. So when Chaox using that ultimate just to escape there, brilliant use of Hecarim's ultimate going through the wall. So it sucks that he's not going to be able to use that in a fight situation, which would be perfect right now against that TF, but, you know, you'd rather have your life. So, very well done. Nice blind root there by the Zyra on that TF. I haven't seen many great Zyra players yet because she is still such a new champion, but apparently they're starting to come out now. People are starting to understand her dynamics, starting to understand really how to play her. As you can see, Vladimir just took out that top turret, so even though Vladimir has been kind of crapped on this game, as you can see, those 2 kills are down for him. Chaox is going to engage here. We have Skarner and Zyra coming up behind. I think Vladimir knows this because of this ward up here in the river. And wow, he's going to jump into the tower. I think he's going to try to execute himself, but I don't think the timing is going to be there yet. We're going to see this is going to be close. Yep, no, it wasn't quite enough. So, good move on his part to try to get that execute because he was surrounded by Zyra and by Skarner. But as you can see, it just wasn't enough time, and Chaox ended up getting that free kill. So here we go, a nice combination of ultimates there. There was nothing that Random could do about that. I've not really been very impressed with that that jungle play there. But there we go, another kill. So Zyra is now on a killing spree. That is not the person that you want to have a killing spree, and that Ignite is not going to get her left with about 60 HP. Chugging that health pot. So very unfortunate for TF. He's not having a very good time in mid lane. But you know what? He's actually beating Zyra in CS. So he has been able to maintain himself in the mid lane, but as you can see, Zyra's up 4-0 with 117 CS. 0-3 for TF with 118 CS. So you can see the difference where TF has his first level boots, Zyra has her Magic Pen boots, Chalice of Harmony, and Blasting Wand. Not Blasting Wand, Needlessly Large Rod and a Doran's Ring, while TF has really had to go for that triple Doran's Ring build to have some sort of survivability against this Zyra who is playing so well against him. So as you can see, Nautilus is coming down here again. He has been revealed by that creep. TF is ported down. They're going right onto this Soraka. And there comes the ultimate. This is going to be a kill on Soraka. Yep. Luckily, Cop picked that one up. So, good use of that speed buff from Lulu onto that Nautilus, and good job on TF just knowing when to port in and who to target. Because it's very hard to catch Corki with his Valkyrie. He's such a slippery champion to try to pick up, and you know, you get the exact same thing with Ezreal with his was it Arcane Shift, that it is so difficult to catch him, especially on a good player like Crs Cop. Very difficult to catch him out. Not like my games in ELO Hell. It's very easy to catch Ezreal and Corki in his ELO Hell, but at these high level plays, these guys know what they're doing. They know what their characters can do, and they know how to escape. Dragon is up. So we saw a couple pings around there, so Chaox is going to go and start this. TF did just go back, and they know that his ultimate is down. They saw Vladimir top lane, and Vladimir and Nautilus are both in their jungle, so they're going to get a free dragon here, so this is going to bring the income to quite a staggering difference now. So now we're looking at just over 2k for the blue team. So, oh, and there was a grab on that TF by Saintvicious. Man, he is just getting caught left, right, and center. There is not a whole lot that TF can do right now besides try to AFK farm. Chaox having to use his ultimate to get away from this Vladimir. And you know what, they were pinging for Baron to try to do it, but I think they've seen that Chaox is having some serious trouble in mid lane, and they're going to try to get a gank going here. But Skarner's ultimate is down, Hecarim's ult is down, not a whole lot you can do. So they actually gave the blue over to Crs Cop, so blue buff on the Ezreal. You always like to see blue buff on Ezreal because he is a very spammy champion. He's going to get a lot out of that blue buff. But it is just kind of, it's sad to see that TF is doing so poorly right now that you really don't want to give him the blue buff, even though TF is great with that blue buff, spamming out those cards. He's not doing very well against this Zyra, and you really don't want to get that blue buff and then give it away immediately. That's the exact opposite thing you want to do with that blue buff, and right now the way that it's going, it's very likely that that's going to happen. I've seen a few games with Zyra that, you know what, if you let her snowball, you let her snowball, she will. And there we go, another kill on Soraka. So she's just getting picked on now. They're just trying to pick up any kills that they can and catching a support out. And it looks like she was trying to ward. See, that ward has such a high timer left. So looks like she was going to ward. TF ultimates, they see her out there and they just pick her off. So Saintvicious is going to come and just clear up that ward. Good on him for having that really early oracles. It seems to really be paying off. He hasn't died. So he's had it for quite a long time, probably taken a lot of wards with that. They have Baron control. As you can see, there are absolutely no wards. So that's just one purple ward that Vladimir probably just put down. Yep, just put down quite recently. They have very little dragon control. We do have a fight here on Chaox, but as you can see, Chaox was bullying him a bit at the beginning, but now it has really turned the other way. Let's see what he's building. So Chaox is sitting here with Heart of Gold, Mercreds, Zeal, and his Hex Drinker. So it looks like he is going to be going for that Trinity Force Hecarim build. Very strong, really does a lot of damage, increases that movement speed, which is really going to help Hecarim. But as you can see, it really isn't enough. Even though Vladimir was down 0-3, he's winning in the CS. Oh, there we go. Here's a little attack of Westrice. Once again, Saintvicious fancies his odds against this Vladimir. Takes him down. There's the ultimate by Chaox. And wow, that fear popped and brought him towards his base. That's incredibly unfortunate. Nice flash by TF right into the Baron pit. But as you can see, this movement speed on Skarner and Hecarim not even remotely phased by that flash. They just ran all the way around. Oh man, you have two champions that are so fast. There's no way you can escape that, so speed buff onto that Nautilus, but as you can see, Chaox here using his speed, but nope, he's not going to go in on that. I think they're going to try to push this mid turret, try to get something done here, get some global gold for the team. But just as I was saying before with Chaox facing this Vladimir, even though he's 0-4 right now, he was 0-3 when I was talking about it before. Will of the Ancients, needlessly large rod, Doran's shield, and his boost of lucidity. And you know, he's still doing a ton of damage and really matching, if not beating Chaox. So here we go, big team fight here, pulling Westrice in, trying to get him down. Great AoE damage though. There goes Saintvicious popped. So we're watching this huge Nautilus getting onto this Corki, trying to take him down. Zyra's running the opposite way. There goes that Soraka again. Great pull onto Chaox by this Nautilus. And that Zyra damage. Look at that AoE damage there. Interesting to see if they're going to try to chase this up, but nope, they don't. They don't fancy that chase. See, Ezreal could arcane shift through this wall. See, it looks like he knows what's going on. So there we go. There's the... Oh, look at that. So not quite enough for Comp to take down both of them, but he did get another kill, but he just gave Chaox that killing spree bonus, so that's quite unfortunate. You didn't want to see that happen, but good for him for picking up that kill on Zyra, because I believe that he did with the one kill on Zyra now. Actually gave away that killing spree bonus to Comp, so you know what? She had a bigger killing spree to give to Comp, so you know what? Worth it on his part. Really worth it, I would say. As we can see, Corki is picking up his red, so that team fight actually went in favor of purple, which is quite surprising considering the lead that that blue team had over them. But apparently that wasn't much of a factor at all. They are going to go down here, I guess, to try to pick off this TF. I would be a little bit worried now because even though he was so far behind, he's starting to do some damage. He did get 2 assists in that fight, so you don't want him to come back into the game. For people that you've shut down completely, you do not want them to get back into the game. So him and Westrice on Vladimir, they were shut down hard at the beginning. You do not want them coming back. These TF and Vladimir are 2 very scary late game champions that you just want to be completely out of the fight. You want them to be useless. Vladimir especially is such a strong late game champion. And you see it with people like Darian playing him, or however you want to Darian. Oh my god, did he steal that? Oh dear god, Comp actually stole that blue with a cross-map ultimate. This man is just a god. Look at that, that was so well timed. And as we were saying before, TF just got their blue buff, and now Comp has his own blue buff. This is exactly what Purple Team needs to really get back into this game. 2 of their main people with blue buff, get that damage out, spam those abilities, and you're going to be sitting pretty. So I'm just going to follow Zyra here while I just look at the CS scores. So Chaox is 144 against Westrice's 207, so Westrice is really keeping up with that CS, so he's really not all that far behind Chaox here. Corki's 248 to Ezreal's 212. So Corki has quite an advantage there as well with that Trinity Force and the Bloodthirster going on in comparison to the Infinity Edge and the Phantom Dancer of Ezreal. But it looks like there's going to be a fight brewing out here. So there's the jump onto Westrice. Zhonya's popped. Oh, he got a great position there. So everybody's coming down here. Chaox is still up fighting that Lulu. Saintvicious is going to drop to that Nautilus. They're just spread out. This is not going well for them. But look at the amount of damage that Corki is doing, taking out that TF. Now he's turning his attention to the Nautilus while Westrice is still alive, so it is turning in their favor. Corki is at such high health right now that he can continue doing this. He can just start, he's got enough mana, he's got that blue buff from killing somebody, from TF I think. And there we go, this is going to be enough to kill off Westrice. There we go. So you know what, that was not looking in favor of blue team. But that Corki just did so much damage that it ended up turning out in their favor. Wow, that's quite hard to believe. I believe Crs did die, so I think it was a, what, a 4 for 1? 4 for 2, I think. No, 4 for 1, actually. Zyra didn't die. Oh no, but Soraka died. Man, I am not keeping track of this at all. But, oh, here comes Comp. Go and fight this Corki. Big amount of damage. Look at that damage. I don't even think he missed a skill shot there. That was quite a brilliant display of how to play Ezreal. And there's his blue buff back. Right? So Corki had a blue buff, and now Ezreal just took it right back. But as they saw, there were a bunch of people up top, so blue team's doing the exact same thing the purple team did at the beginning and punishing them for being up top, taking down this dragon. So 16-9 is the kill score, 43.8k to 40.2k. It's almost a 4k difference now for blue team. But surprisingly, purple team is still doing fairly well in these team fights. So it's going to be interesting to see when people start grouping up around Baron, see what's going to happen there. Because I think Baron is going to be a big deciding factor in how these team fights play out. Whichever team is currently taking the damage and the debuff from Baron attacks might have a big disadvantage for that fight. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. So TF going to be going back. He's already got his Rabadon's death cap, but so does Zyra. We can just see how much further ahead Zyra is than TF. Sitting there with her Rabadon's death cap and her Void Staff. And I think TF is probably just building up to his Void Staff now. So TF is still very far behind the Zyra. He's sitting at 1/6 and really relying on these assists from these team fights to kind of claw his way back into the game. He's even losing in CS by over just about 20. So not looking very good for TF. He's just going to need to really find good positioning and do what TF does best, is just constantly throw out those cards. Try to do as much damage as he can. So TF just cleaning up that CSer. Chaox was pushing that lane pretty darn hard. Doesn't seem as though that tower has taken much damage at all. But oh boy, Hecarim was being right then and there, and they did catch up to him. This is going to be interesting to see. Now they're not going to pursue this one unless Chaox turns back. Nope, they're not going to pursue this. So one thing about Hecarim, he just has such a good set of movement speed, 446. But as we can see, this Ezreal is coming up from behind. But they could really kind of pin Chaox here. There is a fight going on at Baron. Here we go. Balls is down. You know what, I'm just going to rewind that just a little bit. I was focusing too much on the bottom. I just want to see how this entire thing does pan out. There we go. So here's the engage. Blue team was fighting Baron, so they did have the debuff on them from those Baron attacks. Westrice is alive. That ultimate just hit for so much from Vladimir. But look at Saintvicious go. That damage that he can do and the sustain that he has. Running in their team, not a single fuck is given from Saintvicious. Just running in, look how long he's tanking 3 people for, while Zyra just sits in that brush and pokes people. Like, just brilliant plays from Saintvicious. So you know what, 2 for 2, and Baron's still alive, so you know what, that was actually very good play by blue team. I thought that they were going to have, purple team was going to take them there, because you know what, they hit Corki off so quickly, and he's one of their main damage dealers, and Chaox wasn't even there. He wasn't even part of that fight. He just ran straight up into the enemy jungle and pretty much beat right away. So, you know, good on blue team for taking that fight back. Oh, and here comes Chaox right now. This is going to be a kill for him. Look at that. One shot, just right off the bat. Didn't even have a hope in hell of surviving that. That's the thing about that Trinity. Like, he's so tanky right now. He's at 2874 HP, 178 armor, 135 magic resist, Trinity Force. He's so tanky. He's going to be doing so much damage. He's going to debuff the entire enemy team with that Randy Wind's Omen activation. Chaox is one scary dude to be dealing with right now, and right now he's kind of zoning the enemy team out while his team is picking up Baron. And I don't think, nope, there is nothing that the enemy team could do about that. They just pretty much gave up that Baron. They are going on this Chaox. They need to take Chaox down right now if they're going to try to do anything with the other team having Baron. But nope, that Serac heal is going to keep Chaox alive. And now Crs top just got absolutely executed by Saintvicious' ultimate, bringing it right back into his team, just torn apart. And now blue team is going to get a free inhibitor out of this. With Comp being down, their main damage dealer, They really have no defense against this right now. They actually very well might just go ahead and end this game. There goes the first turret. Purple team is going to have to do something here. They're going to have to engage, or they're going to have to do something. But no, it looks like blue team is actually just going to back off. They're not liking their odds here. They're not liking going up against those two turrets. So you know what, they took one of the turrets down, so good on them. A little bit more global gold, as you can see, that global gold difference. It's almost at 7,000 gold. As you can see, 6 turrets to 4. The enemy team's 4 turrets. Saintvicious stealing that red buff away. They're just taking everything. Ezreal is using his ultimate just to clear up these creeps. And look at that, he only got 3, so kind of an unfortunate use of the ultimate. But he really had to. So it looks like they're going to pick off... Oh, and this TF ult. Oh, look, you know what? Look at that. That was a great play. So you know what? I just want to rewind this just to actually see exactly what happened here. Because you know what? I think that Corki actually caught Twisted Fate out. So let's just watch how this play unfolds, because TF is right up here. Oh, you know what? Nope, he just got hurt a lot by Zyra. Look at that. Did so much damage, and that's what caught her out. The fail TF ult into the wrong bush, and then just caught in the ultimate to take out that kill. Great Nautilus hook, though. So you know what? Good kill, but kind of a fail play on TF's part. And now what is Corki doing? Oh, thank God he got away from that one, just running into 4 enemy team members. So you know what? Bad play on TF's part, but you know what? Not a great play. Look at that. Oh, that Lulu ult. Oh man, I thought that was going to be enough to save first, but sorry, comp. And there's another 2 kills. So now 3 members of the purple team down, while only one of the blue team is down. There's not a whole lot that the purple team can do right now. They're just so strong, and Saintvicious really just wrecking the show. Shirelia's Reverie, Frozen Heart, Heart of Gold, Mercury Treads, Sheen, and Phage. He's so tanky. He does so much damage. 205 armor, 118 magic resist. It's just, he does have the Soraka buff on him right now, but he is just so strong. Same with Chaox. They're so hard to take down. Such tanky DPS. It's one of those positions where you can't focus them because they are so tanky, but you also just can't ignore them because they are going to rip apart your team. And that's really what's killing them. And then you just leave Corki around, who has 311 CS. He has his Trinity Force, has his Bloodthirster, has his Bloodthirster. Here's the engage. Looking pretty good for the blue team. Top has that Lulu ultimate on him. But Saintvicious is being relentless in going for Cop. But it looks like Saintvicious was picked off by Cop. Look at that Zyra ultimate. Oh, beautifully done. Chaox chased down TF. That Zyra ultimate annihilated the team, and there you go. There was the ace. This is probably going to be the GG. Well played. That Zyra ultimate was so well placed. I think you got 3 members of that team. Just took them down so low with all that magic damage. With Zonia's Hourglass, the Void Staff, the Blasting Wand, the Randuins, that Magic Pen. Zyra did so much damage there. This is going to be GG for the blue team.